Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my second video of what I eat in a day on keto. If you guys haven't checked out the other one, that one is really helpful and it has a lot of good recipes. So I would really recommend you guys checking that one out. So I've been doing keto since January 20th of 2021, so this year. So I've been doing it for 8 months. And so far I've lost 49 pounds. So I haven't ate anything since I want to say 7 p.m. last night. And so right now it's about to be 1. It is 12:53. I try to stop eating around 7, 8 the night before, and then I fast the whole entire morning until noon. Right now I did go over because I got a little busy, but normally I would break my fast at noon. And in the meantime, when I am fasting, all I do is drink water, so lots and lots of water, so you can keep your body full, and so you won't have that starving feeling throughout the morning. And so what I like to break my fast with is one of these shakes. It is called Premier Protein, and these I get these at Costco, and these have 5 total carbs. And it does have 3 grams of fiber, so you subtract the fiber from the total carbs, which is 2 carbs. So this shake that I'm going to take is only 2 carbs. So I'm gonna start with this, and like I said, we are at 2 carbs. Hi guys, welcome back. So I am on my second meal of the day. It is currently 3:33. I went to the grocery store and I got some espaldilla meat. So this is also known as carne asada, grilled meat or beef. So I just went to my local grocery store and I got a couple pounds of this for me and my family, of course. And so I'm gonna be making some beef and cheese quesadillas. I'm gonna start by getting my meat and then seasoning it with some meat seasoning. This is the one that I use, Pappy's. It's really good. And then I'm gonna just chop some green onions inside to give it a little more flavor. And so I'm gonna start with that. I'm starting with like something flat so I can put my meat. And I'm just gonna go ahead and like spread some vegetable oil all over this. Like just a little bit is fine. Just like that. You don't need to put too much. And then I'm gonna grab my carne asada. I already seasoned it, by the way, so I seasoned it on both sides, and I'm just gonna put it on here and start like all the pieces. So okay, and this is what I have going on. I'm gonna go ahead and cook them on both sides, and I'm gonna wait until they are halfway done. So I'm gonna take them out when they're still like not 100% done. Okay, so they've been on each side for about 3 minutes. They're not done yet, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and take them out, and then I'm gonna put them on a cutting board. And then while I cut these up, I'm gonna put more on here so I'm gonna multitask to both of these things. And then I'm gonna chop these up into little tiny pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick and then I'll show you. Alright guys, so I have finally chopped up all of my beef. And then as you can see, there's some raw pieces in there. That is totally fine because we're gonna finish cooking it in here. And I covered the whole base with a little bit of vegetable oil. I spread it around so it's not much. But just as long as you get the whole bottom covered. And then I'm just gonna start adding my meat on here so that it can cook all the way. And I'm just gonna mix it here and there so it doesn't burn. So as soon as like it starts getting toasty, just move it around until you see that every single piece is cooked and ready to take out. And so I'm gonna add all of this meat in there, and then I'm also gonna add these green onions, and these are 2 small green onions, and I just cut them into 4s, and I'm just gonna throw that in there so I can give it a lot more flavor. I got it all in there, and so All you're gonna do from here is to just move it around, like get all of the ones that are cooking from the bottom, move them to the top, and just mix it around so it doesn't burn. And I would say give this like a good like 10 minutes, just moving it around, maybe even less, like 8 to 10 minutes. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. I did start at 416 and it is 426, and all of it seems to be done. All right, so this is the next step. I wanted to show you guys what kind of tortillas that I use, because I know you guys are thinking like quesadillas, how are they low carb? So I found these at Walmart. They're the Mission brand and they are the carb balance option. These have 19 total carbs and they have 15 of fiber, so that makes them 4 net carbs. So I'm going to be using this tortilla, and so of course it's going to be 4 carbs. All right guys, my comal is really hot, so I'm just going to go ahead and warm up my tortilla on both sides. Make sure it's like pretty hot. So now that it's hot, I'm gonna go ahead and add my meat. And you want this to like, you want to be quick with this, because I'm gonna add some mozzarella cheese, and I'm just gonna close it right away so that it can melt. And then I'm gonna close it like that, push it down, and then do the same thing to the other one. Okay, so I gave it like about a minute. Focus. And so now that the cheese is all melted, I'm gonna add some salsa. I'm gonna add some green salsa. Yeah, and just put it all over. Okay. And now they are all ready to eat. And so I'm going to do the calculations right now, and then I'll let you know how many carbs this is. All right, guys. So let's count this. So the tortillas are 4 carbs each, and I have 2, so that is 8 carbs. The cheese per serving is 2 carbs, and I did get 2 servings, so that's 4. The seasoning that I used on the meat was 0 carbs. The meat itself was 0 carbs. The green onions were like 0.4 carbs. I just rounded it up to 1 carb, even though it's probably less. The salsa is 0 carbs. So this is my meal. And so this is 13 carbs. So far I am at 15 total carbs. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my meal, and then I'll let you guys know what I have for dinner. So see you guys later. All right guys, so we made it to the last meal of the day. So my mom invited me to go over to her house for a barbecue. Fun fact, barbecues are my favorite because you can eat all the meats at the barbecue, and it's just, and it's like heaven because everything is 0 carbs. They had a lot of things that did have carbs, which is what I had to stay away from. Like the rice, the beans, sodas, tortillas. So all of that I couldn't eat, but I still got a pretty big portion. I'm gonna post what my plate looked like, but basically I got a piece of steak, I got a pretty big size piece of chicken, I got a little like I got some small ribs, like a little strip of ribs, and then I got a spoonful of guac. I ate all of that, and I was even full at the end, so I didn't need to like go get seconds. So I was very satisfied with my portion, and it was fine. I wasn't even like craving the rice or the beans because I was full. So I'm gonna count those carbs. I have already written them down, but the chicken was 0 carbs, the ribs was 0 carbs, and the steak was 0 carbs. The only thing that had carbs was the guac itself. For half a cup of guac, it is 12 grams of carbs. So that's 12 total carbs, but it does have 8 grams of fiber. So you subtract 8 from 12, and I was left with 4 total carbs. So my last meal of the day, which is my dinner plate, it was only 4 carbs, and I was full. I was stuffed. It was delicious, and honestly, that was my favorite meal of the day. So I'm gonna show a picture, and then I'm gonna add all the carbs together from what I ate today, and then I'm just gonna put that at the end of the video. Alright, so now it's time to add all of these carbs up. So we're starting with my breakfast. I had a protein shake, and that was only 2 carbs, so we're gonna just write down 2. For my lunch, I had a carne asada quesadilla, and so I wrote down the carbs. I had 2 tortillas, and they were 4 carbs each, so that is 8 carbs. The meat was 0 carbs. The onions was about 1 carb. The seasoning was 0 carbs. The cheese, I added 2 servings, which had 2 carbs each, and that made them 4. And then the salsa itself was 0 carbs. So adding my whole entire quesadilla meal up, I had it came out to 13 carbs. And then so lastly, what I had at the barbecue, mostly everything on that plate was 0 carbs, which was awesome. So like I said, the chicken was 0 carbs, the ribs was 0 carbs, the steak was 0 carbs, and the only thing that had a carb was the guac, and that came out to 4 carbs. And so I added that all up, and so at the end of the day, I ate a total of 19 carbs. If you don't hit your carbs, if you don't hit 35, if you don't hit 20, if you don't hit 25 your goal, you shouldn't like force yourself to eat to like hit that goal or hit that number. I'm at 19 carbs, and I'm happy with that. I don't need to eat anymore. I'm not hungry, so I'm just gonna stop right there, and then just figure out my meals for the next day. If it's at 25 tomorrow, that's totally fine, as long as it's in my like range. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys. I know the first video you guys really liked, so if you guys haven't checked that one out, go ahead and check that one out. It has other recipes. I try to keep it different. So I hope you guys like, share, comment down below. And you know, if you guys have any questions, if you guys are just starting out, feel free to comment to ask questions. I'll be more than happy to guide you, or to just even answer questions that you may have, and I'll answer them to the best of my knowledge. I will definitely be making another one of these videos, so make sure you subscribe and click on the little bell next to it so you get notified every single time that I upload a new video. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one.